Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of CapTV. Today we will be talking about sports. We'll also be viewing some of the sports programs that are active around campus. But first, we'll be right back after this short break.
My name is Nash. I'm a mini lop rabbit. Some of my favorite activities include general mischief, knocking things over, and being a ladies' man. Aside from all that though, I also happen to be an emotional support animal. It's a pretty easy gig. All I do is be my normal, adorable self, and it makes her college life so much easier. If you want an emotional support animal like me and you go to Capital, contact Accessibility Services today and they can point you in the right direction. This has been an ESA PSA.
Hey, what's up guys? This is John Carey here at WXU Radio, and today I'm playing my radio show where I play my own music on this station, which is really cool. You get to do that. And I get a bunch of feedback from callers coming in, and it really helps me with the overall mastering and other mixing aspects of the original final product. And it's a really great experience to be here, so you guys should really definitely think about joining it because it's awesome.
Here we go. About the best. I just wanna boast about the best. What? B&K Smokehouse on Main at Champion. I just wanna boast about the best. I just wanna boast about the best. What? Lips smacking ribs and slamming chicken. I just wanna boast about the best. I just wanna boast about the best. What? B&K Smokehouse and Main at Champion.
TV. Now we are going to move on to our first segment where we are going to check in with some of our own Capital sports athletes.
My name is Aaron McNutt. I run track and cross country for the Capital Comets. So for cross country it's 8K, and then for track I normally just do about 10K and 5K, and then for indoor track it's the highest event, or the longest event is the 5K, and then for outdoor it would be the 10K. So for one, I think the difference was I think when you run indoor, it's kind of painful because you don't get the outside wind or breeze or anything like that, and it's 200 meters, so this is an indoor facility right now. And the thing about outdoor, it's 400, so it's less laps. But I personally like outdoor better, so. I think it does, because it's called track hack, and you get a lot of track hack when you run indoors, but I think that increases your stamina when you run indoors, if that makes sense. When it's not when it's super cold outside, so it definitely helps for the outdoor season for sure. I would say the one thing that I've enjoyed is probably I get to run with all my best friends, and it's really nice, and I get to hang out with them every day. If it wasn't for cross country and track, I don't think I would have meet them, and I just think it helps out knowing people. And yeah, or I'll probably say breaking 17 in the 5K for the first time last year at this outdoor night meet. I think it was pretty cool, and yeah, I think those were my memories.
Have you been a track boy all your life?
So funny story is I played hockey for 12 years, okay, and it was my eighth grade year, and when I was still in middle school, I was playing football and I was really small. I got my physical and I was super light. I was really small. My dad sat me down. He's like, "Look, if you want to play football, you're just gonna get destroyed." And my brother, he was a senior at the time, or he was going into his senior year, he offered he told me I should try a sport with my brother, and I'm like, I'll try it for a year, and then here we are, 6 years later, I'm running in college. So yeah, it's just like anything. You just gotta keep practice makes perfect. You just put on the miles, and you just watch movies. So like all those track movies, it just gets you in like the mindset of the track. But other than that, that's basically it. I mean, I still like hockey, but I just don't play it anymore. But
What was your greatest?
I would say, so the last meet I did was the last indoor meet. It was at It was at Wittenberg up in Springfield, and I PR'd by over 20 seconds in the 5K. It was 16:28. So I think that was really good end of the indoor season. It's a good transition to outdoor. So hopefully I can just continue to build up the time. If that makes sense.
What's the practice?
So every Tuesdays we practice at 6:30 in the morning, and then every Wednesday is on your own. But other than that, it's at 3 p.m. And then it would 8 miles every day, and then it workouts differently. Then usually run longer on Saturday or Sunday, depending if you have a meet. And long runs are 13, 14 miles.
How do you cool off the practice?
So just make sure you stay hydrated, stretch, roll out. I think those are the keys to success, and if you do those, I think track will be pretty. You'll enjoy your track season. You won't be any pain or any injuries. So
any dreams outside of this process of being in track and have something greater that you're trying to achieve?
like you're talking sport-wise or just
Anything.
So I just think, I'll go sport, then I'll go non-sport. But for sport, I just think that, I guess continuing to get better each meet, because I only have 2 more years after this year, and I just got to enjoy every moment that I can, because it could be your last meet just like that. So, and then for a other goal, I just, want to work somewhere in the sport, so I think it would be kind of cool. It helps that I'm in the sport right now, and I can make the connections now while being in the sport. I mean, I haven't really put in the thought, but I think definitely if it's broadcasting, ESPN, Fox Sports, something like that, or it's working a front office of a sports team. So I think at least I have something within the sports world. If that makes sense. You say inspiring thoughts that I give to people? I just think, hard work beats talent, and you just gotta, in this sport, you have to I just think in life, you just have to work hard, and you just gotta want it more than others. And I think if you work hard, you'll be rewarded with what you want. And when time gets bad, because I know in life bad things happen, you just gotta persevere and just continue to just keep on grinding. Keep on, don't put your head down, just all gas, no brakes. Is pretty much what I got. It's a great sport. College is fun. And like I said, just enjoy your time. Because life comes by fast, and you just gotta enjoy every day with it. Even if you want to complain, when it comes running, just have fun with it. Because it's a gift to be competing in college. I truly think so.
We'll be back right after this break.
University is proud to provide a platform to discover upcoming musicians in the Columbus area. Tune into WXU, an online radio station run by the students, for the students, and more. A nominee for the 2016 Best Student-Run Online-Only Station, WXU showcases great music from all varieties of sources, whether it be a household name or a household production. And make sure to stop by WXU's one and only Radiothon.
My name is John Lambert, and the name of the company is Alpha Protection Systems. And so we are in the business of installing alarm systems, camera systems, and recently we began to do more computer repair and servicing. So We've been around for a number of years.
Hi, my name is Prophet, and I'm an apprentice at Alpha Protection. It wasn't like really a lot of options. I was just out of high school, and I was trying to figure out where to go to. So they got me into computers there, and then I figured out I really, really like this. So I should like start really studying more and getting into the computer field. So then I remembered that this man's shop was like literally right around from my house, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a local shop right here. So I started like going in, asking questions, seeing exactly how much I knew versus how much I needed to know. And eventually, I was just like immersed not only by the shop, by the information, but by the fact that like it also had culture. Then I've just been coming back for more and more and more and more and more. It's been awesome.
Welcome back, folks, to our next portion of the show where we will be viewing some of the recent and upcoming sports news. But first, I would like to introduce a special guest, my boy Ronnie. All right, let's get right into it, man. So this is my bracket for March Madness. On this side right here, I had Auburn going to the next round, all right? And then I had messed up right here. I had Iowa State going in, but it is what it is. So then we got Michigan State. And then we got Florida down here. We got Texas Tech. And then after that, I have, you know what, I'm going to slide to this side right here. Then I had Oregon going in. I messed up real bad right here. So Oregon going in, and then BYU versus Bama. I had Alabama going in there. And then Houston, I had them going next. And then Kentucky, obviously. And then after that, I had to have Kentucky going against Bama. And then Michigan State, Florida. Now, I got Florida winning it all, beating Bama, 71-66.
Now, for me, I had Iowa State going. I had them losing to Michigan State with the injuries and all. They have a short bench. Ole Miss is such a balanced team or whatever. If I had to redo it, I think Ole Miss can give Michigan State a scare. Michigan State does not shoot the ball really, really well. Ole Miss, like I said, very balanced team. I have them moving on. If this was my secondary bracket, Auburn beats Michigan. I think Janiah Broome I think he will powerhouse. He will be the best person of the day. Even though Michigan has those two big men, they size up pretty well with Auburn. Janiah Broome only has been averaging 11 points in this game. I think it'll be a close one. Give me Auburn. Florida, Maryland. I think the road ends for Maryland. They just don't have the bench to compete. They had the best starting lineup, but they just don't compete with Florida. Texas Tech, Arkansas. This is a cakewalk for Texas Tech. Arkansas has no offense whatsoever. Texas Tech can play any style of game. They play any style that they want to. Arkansas, really good defense. Texas Tech can adapt. Give me Texas Tech. Duke, Arizona. I think Arizona, Oregon. Either way, I had Arizona because I thought Oregon was more overrated than Arizona. It's just Duke is such a very strong team and just legit so far. I think Duke powers past Arizona. BYU, I had VCU being BYU in the first round.
Really?
Yeah. I really did. BYU can shoot the ball really, really well. Alabama can speed up the tempo, speed
they're
up the
nice.
pace. Yeah, they have seers. They have a whole bunch of experience. I said myself, it's going to be the first person to 90 points. First person to 90 points wins. Houston, Purdue, and Houston, both very experienced team. Braden Smith on Purdue.
That boy tough.
And then L.J. Cryer for Houston. Houston has a little bit more experience with L.J. Cryer winning at Baylor. I think Houston slows down the tempo, and they beat Purdue at their own game. And Kentucky-Tennessee, SEC rivalry. Actually, it's a rivalry.
Like it's
It's
gonna be a crazy game.
a crazy game. I'm surprised that Kentucky made it this far, to be honest. I really am surprised. I had Illinois going, but yeah, because both Kentucky and Illinois are very balanced teams. They both are very similar. Tennessee has defense. They're a D3 team or whatever.
Yeah,
they could shoot the three ball. They play defense. They could size up really well.
they got decent around.
They do. Give me Tennessee. Moving on, Auburn, Michigan State. Michigan State, I think they pair up well with Auburn.
Yeah.
I think they can speed up tempo. They can slow down tempo. They got big men.
They
got the freshman of the year, Jace Richardson. He's really good.
He's a dog.
He's a dog. I'm scared because Michigan State always loses in the first round for me. Florida, Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech is a legit team. I don't believe in Florida for some reason.
Okay.
I think Texas Tech, like I said, they can play any style. They pair up really well with Florida with JT Toppin, and they got guards as well. They got enough guards.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Duke, and if I had to choose,
Yeah.
I would choose Alabama personally. Duke, Alabama. I think Duke is just too powerful for Alabama.
I wish I would have put, like, this is the one I had put in my first one. Obviously, after thinking, I'm like, why was I thinking Oregon? But Duke is definitely
Coop, and they got Proctor.
Yeah,
they got
got
the
a squad.
incoming freshmen. They're a very loaded team. I will have Duke beating Alabama, and then Houston and Tennessee. Both teams very similar. Both teams defensive minded, like to slow down the tempo, shoot threes. I think Houston's defense is slightly better. I think they have the playmakers, unlike Tennessee. I think Houston moves on, and then which leaves my final four with Michigan State, Florida, Duke, and Houston. Michigan State, Texas Tech. Texas Tech can shoot, so I think they'll beat Michigan. This is end of the road for Michigan State.
Okay.
And then with Duke and Houston, I chose the under on this one. I chose Houston. I think Houston gets it. I think they're a really good team or whatever. I think Houston beats Duke.
Yeah.
And sends Cooper Flagg to the draft.
Just get him out of there. Did you want to flip this around, or were you all good?
We don't have to.
Yeah.
Championship game, Texas Tech, Houston, both in the same conference, both know each other really well. Texas Tech, I mean, really good, really good
solid.
team.
They're very solid.
JT Toppin coming from New Mexico. But I think Kevin Sampson deserves his first win. I think Houston, he needs it. He needs it. What was some of the shocking upsets so far in this tournament?
Well, there were a decent amount. Well, actually not really, honestly. What game was that they had there was something about a travel. Did you see that play? I'm pretty sure it wasn't. What game was that? It was like a game-winning shot, and he took 3 steps.
You talk about the Maryland-Colorado State game?
Yeah, I think that's what it was, yeah. But, well, we're going to get right into this. So, basically, oh, snap. What were we saying?
Basically, we'll be right back at this break. We'll talk about women's basketball, NBA, and more stuff after this.
Thank you.
This is a Capital University public service announcement. Mill Hall Sports. It saves lives.
Hi. I'm not Michael Jordan. I'm Nathan Holt. You may have seen me walking around campus cleaning up trash every morning. Capital University has given me this time to talk to you about something we both really care about. Littering. Think about this. Many of you littering right now are under 20. Do you realize that at 20 you've only lived 1/4 of your life? Imagine how much trash you'll leave if you keep going like that. Listen, you've got at least 3/4 of your life to go, so don't blow it. Don't litter. If you're littering, stop it. Get some help. Capital wants to give the earth a chance, and so do I. Hi, I'm not Michael Jordan.
This is a Capital University public service announcement. Just remember, please flush.
Welcome back. Now we have the women's side with UNC Duke. I think Duke is pretty solid. It's pretty much chalk for the women's side.
Yeah.
Even though it's breaking news that Juju Watkins got hurt for USC.
Yeah, that's very hurt. Yeah.
Do you think
it sucks to see that she was going crazy, like crazy?
She was a leading scorer,
yeah,
I believe.
Like she was leading in a lot of stats, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Do you think USC will make it, or do you think they will lose inevitably?
I think they'll win this game, but I don't think they have it anymore with her gone to fully make it. You know what I'm saying?
For me, I had UConn and South Carolina in my final with Don Staley. In South Carolina. They're battle tested. They're gonna make it to the finals. And then with UConn with Paige Beckers, she's been tearing it up or whatever.
Yeah.
She's gonna be a great draft pick coming out or whatever.
For sure.
And I had UConn win it all. Because I think inevitably South Carolina will lose in the end.
Yeah, I think a lot of people definitely had USC winning it all. So a lot of brackets got messed up, you know what I'm saying, ever since she got injured. But, yeah, I see what you're saying. UConn will definitely get up there and win it all.
Let's move on to NBA, and let's show the Eastern Conference standings right now. Cleveland is ahead right now. You have any thoughts about that one?
So, me personally, I'm more of a LeBron fan. I'm not a Cleveland fan. But anytime Cleveland's doing good, man, you gotta give them props.
I give props to Kenny Atkinson coming in for JB Bickerstaff.
Yeah.
And I give props to JB Bickerstaff and what he's done with Detroit. Detroit won 14 games last year. In the last 3 years, they won 30 games.
Yeah,
30 out of
you gotta think about it. Like
and he turned around this organization. Mind you, they don't even have Jalen Ivey. So I think Detroit is a scary team for sure.
For sure, yeah.
Also, Boston, they lost Jason Tatum
a
couple of nights ago.
Yeah, that hurts. What injury was it?
He landed on
his ankle. Yeah.
Yeah, he landed on
that.
Sabonis' knee or whatever.
Yeah. That hurts.
That does hurt. Does that hurt Boston's chances by any chance?
I mean, unless Jaylen Brown can really, you know what I'm saying, work it, I just don't see it happening because Jason Tatum was, you know what I'm saying, everything for them essentially. But I don't know.
Who is the biggest threat in the East so far?
There's a lot of good teams in the East, man. What do you think? I don't know. There's a lot of good teams out there.
I was going to say Milwaukee, but they lost Damian Lillard.
Yeah,
that's with a blood clot injury or whatever.
That's so unfortunate. Yeah.
Indiana with Tyrese Halliburton, he's coming on. shooting.
He's doing his thing.
He's shooting better.
Yeah.
The team has a lot of depth.
Yeah.
I think New York, I think they're not frauds, but I think I think
I can see that. I can see that for sure.
they don't have a deep bench. They pretty much have that starting
Just
five.
the five,
Just
and
the
that's
five.
it. Yeah.
And
I don't know if they got that. I don't know if they got that dog in them.
I think they will end up losing in the second round. And then you start to see Orlando getting healthy with Paulo and
Paulo's
Wagner.
He's starting to get into that role of being the leader, essentially.
I think that's key. But also, they need to shoot the ball better.
They do. Yeah.
They really do in order for them to win.
But
a shocking team so far is the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, bro. You would think that you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even think of the Bulls in a sense, but they were slowly climbing up there and making a name for themselves, essentially.
They traded a whole bunch of their pieces. They traded Zach LaVine.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of DeRozan. They got rid of Vucevic. Yeah. And I was wondering, I was like, what is this team? Where's the future of this team? Because, you got, the Dallas Mavericks, who had the worst future of a coming future, and then Chicago is like the second.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And they're doing pretty good for the most part, yeah.
I'm also, I'm kind of worried for Chicago because if they end up making it into the playoffs as an 8 seed, they end up getting a 15th pick.
Yeah.
And they desperately need star power.
Yeah.
They
need somebody. They need something, for sure.
Let's move on to the West.
Okay.
OKC, the run-alone favorite. What is your thoughts and opinions about that?
Shy. It's really just Shy, in my opinion. He's nice. He's a great player. They're looking solid. They're looking pretty solid.
Do you think the Lakers are a real threat in the playoffs?
Are they a real threat? They got LeBron the king. Of course they a threat. And then they got my boy Bronny off the bench, you know what I'm saying, helping out. Now, I definitely got my Lakers for sure. Now, like I said, I'm a LeBron fan, but I love the Lakers, you know what I'm saying. But, yeah, I think they're a threat for sure, me personally.
For me, I think Denver is still the team to beat.
Get that out of here, man. I don't want to hear that,
Jokic. I think they can turn. They had some bad losses, like against the Wizards and whatnot. That's some bad losses, but they can turn it on at any time. They're gonna be a hard out.
I'm trying to be on your side with this one, but me and the Joker. If I 1v1 the Joker, it's over for him. I'm just letting you know right now. But anyways, go ahead, continue.
Very shocking team is Houston. I think Ime Udoka has done a very good job with this Rockets team. Do you think they can go far in the playoffs?
With the Rockets, I haven't really been watching the Rockets too much, but from what you were saying about him, I think they'll do okay, but they're definitely not going to get too far, me personally. But that's me, though.
Who is the team to watch out for in the West?
I mean, like I said, it's the Lakers. Trust. It's definitely the Lakers.
You really bank on the Lakers.
I love the Lakers. Like, my bad. Like I said, I'm a LeBron fan. But the Lakers just they got it going, man. And
I had the Lakers losing in the second
round.
Get
out my face.
I'm sorry.
So who do you have it winning it all? What were you saying?
I have Denver. I have Denver. I think Denver is such a great team, or whatever.
Get that out of here, man. I don't know about that.
Any final thoughts about the playoffs?
It's going to be a great playoffs for sure. We're going to see some crazy things, but I don't know. How do you feel?
For me, I think it's exciting. I think a lot of close matchups. Like I said, Cleveland never made it for the first time in a long time. I think this will be fun.
Yeah. Well, that's all we have, folks. And thank you for watching another episode of CapTV.